Hi, my name is David Brown and I'm a partner and co-founder with Ascent Employment Law. Today I want to answer a question: what do you do with your employer when you get sick? Sounds like a pretty innocuous question. What do you do with it though? And how do you protect yourself if you're going to be getting any pushback or challenges from this? It's actually quite simple. First thing that I would recommend that you look at is whether or not there's any policy in place that your employer has that actually deals with sick leave. This can actually define your rights as it relates to your interactions with your employer. So for example, if you do have a policy in place, it might provide you for a certain number of allowed days off that are paid before you end up having to look at taking unpaid days or going on to some kind of short-term disability. The next thing you have to think about is whether or not your sickness is actually a disability. And so what I mean by this is if you've got the common cold, it's not generally recognized as being a disability in the same way that something that's more permanent might be. But if you're dealing with depression, or if you're having an anxiety attack, or if you're dealing with some kind of repercussion of a physical disease that you have, your employer actually has a duty to accommodate you. This is quite common when people have inconsistent or they have frequent time off for work, and they might be feeling stressed. At some point, is my employer gonna let me go? Well, the truth is that might be actually quite difficult for them. If you have legitimate physical or mental conditions, your employer has a duty to accommodate your illness, including time off, to the point of undue hardship. One final point that I would like to make on this is that if your sickness becomes prolonged and you're going to be off for several weeks or several months at a time, look into whether or not you've got a short-term disability plan. A lot of employers do, and these plans can cover a percentage or all of your wages for the period that you are off work. If you don't have a short-term disability plan through your employer, you're still going to be entitled to some compensation. This is going to be through what's called medical employment insurance. As the name suggests, it's employment insurance, and you can ask your employer to provide you with a record of employment, excusing you from work so that you can claim EI for up to 17 weeks while you're off. My name is David Brown. If you've got questions about sick or disability leave, please reach out to me at david@ascentemploymentlaw.ca or check out our website, www.ascentemploymentlaw.ca. Thanks, and we'll hear from you soon.